Warming up is an essential part of playing competitive games just like Valorant, and I'm telling you now, your routine is not good enough. Today I'm here to optimize this for you, show you mine, and tell you why you should be using my method. It's the best, trust me. First things first, we're gonna head into the practice range. I start all of my warm-ups here. I think there's no real better way to go about it, but first I'll set the mood. Had to turn on my gamer lights. All right, so I have my webcam on today, which I don't usually do, so you can notice something special. I'm wearing a hat. But that's not the only reason it's special. It's special because we're not gonna be wearing headphones for this entire warm-up. You can to play music, but if you do opt for that, I'd like for you to turn off your volume. We're doing this because playing with sound is somewhat of a crutch while warming up, and we're just doing this to get our aim ready, and we don't want to be using any additional help aside from our aim. I'm not saying aim is the only important thing in Valorant, but for a warm-up, that is what you're actually working on. So what I like to do is I always open up with just the practice bots just lined up like this. Look at that. I haven't even played today. You see little flicks? That's the type of result you can expect with this warm-up routine. So really all you're going to do here is just flick between heads. You can start off slow. I'm not expecting you guys to be cracked at the game immediately. Start off slow. Just make sure you hit one tap to one tap. It's okay to go slow because you're just building the patterns in your brain. And as you go slow, you get fast. Remember, slow is smooth and smooth is perfect. I usually just do this so I feel a little bit warm. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not huge on warming up, but I do it every now and then. It's smarter to do. I'm just lazy. Don't be lazy. You want to rank up, don't be lazy. Yeah, honestly, I'd recommend doing this for about, a couple minutes. Could be 1 minute, could be 5 minutes. Just whenever you start feeling warm, just make sure you're feeling good though. Make sure you're being consistent. What I like to do is I like to turn off infinite ammo, and you see my mag count here, and we're just gonna only hit shots and not miss a single bullet. All right, so I missed like 3 shots there, but for the sake of the video, we're gonna keep going. And when you start off, you can start off standing still, only moving your mouse, but I want you to incorporate your movement into it as you keep going. Maybe round 1 stand still, and then round 2 incorporate some strafing. Just because the game's not only about standing still, you have to make sure you know how to move your character. Practice your counter strafe, practice whatever you need to practice. This is all up to you, what you think needs to be worked on. A really important thing to keep in mind, which I'll go into in future videos where I talk about aim, is that you don't just want to only do the things you're already good at. Clearly, I'm pretty good at flicking, right? Ooh, you see that? But one of my personal weak sides is tracking. I've always known it, and I'm a little bit lazy about it. I don't like to practice too much. The thing is, you're only inflating your ego by practicing the things you know you're good at. It doesn't do anything for you. But what you should start doing is working on the things you do need to practice. So what I recommend you do, put the bots on strafe and just, follow them around. You see, holy, I didn't know it was that bad. I gotta start doing this. But I will say, tracking bots is a little bit unpredictable. They move weird. They won't move like actual players. But I get the idea. And even then, getting clowned on by bots. Now we can turn infinite ammo back on. Oh, we're stuck with 1 bullet forever. That's kind of cool, actually. We're also gonna take our bots off of strafe. What I also like to do after I use the gun a little bit is I do this every time. Even if I don't plan on playing jet, I go jet knives. I don't know what it is. I love the warm up on jet knives. If anything, I feel like the best part about it is that it's just gonna go straight to your crosshair. And but yeah, this is essentially just like using aim labs inside of Valorant, because you're gonna go straight to your crosshair. You don't have to worry about much. You can be strafing. It's gonna be fully accurate. But that's exactly why I like doing it. And especially if you are a jet player, this is incredibly important because jets are a big part of your kit, and they don't play like most guns do. If you are going to play jet, I recommend you do this. You get your dash, you dash up draft, and then you try and hit some shots, because it's much different hitting shots while you're in air floating around in a weird path than it is sitting still and flicking around between heads. Once you're done with that, then the next thing we're going to move on to is our spray transfers. This is something simple, just shooting and then pulling over to the next character. And now I don't do this with a full mag though. I only do the few bullets because, as you may know, Valorant sprays are random. The first few bullets usually follow the same path, but then after that, it starts going haywire. So what I like to do is for the first 5 bullets, I like to try to get a flick in within the first 5 bullets. So we're gonna spray, move over, move over. It isn't actually too hard to spray in Valorant. It's just not reliable, but you do want to know how to do it. So spray transfer, boom, we get 3 there. In fact, it's actually something I would do with infinite ammo off, just so it's more realistic. But you see, it's not too hard to do. Usually you can get 1 to 2, maybe 3 kills. In 1 mag, I bet I can kill these 4 people here pretty well. See, it's not too bad. You want to be trying though to get the spray transfer to move into headshots. It's not really worth just mag dumping into a body. So something like this. See, I messed up there. And if you plan on using multiple guns, if you're a Phantom player, obviously do this with the Phantom, not the Vandal, but I'm a Vandal player personally. But Phantom's pretty nice too. I don't dislike the Phantom. Once we get the easier stuff out of the way, we're gonna move on to the skills test. Sorry, that was kind of cringe. Infinite ammo is going to turn back on, and we're gonna start off in easy mode. I'm probably just gonna do it on easy mode today, just for the sake of the video. But you know, build your way up to hard if you can. It's okay if you do bad. The entire point is to get better at the game. But anyways, just gonna start. And what I like to do is just go for the flick, and you know, just adjust if I have to. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I'm not shooting hot right now. Let's see if I can pick this up. Yup, okay. Locked in. But yeah, as I said, it's okay to miss a couple shots. This is just our warm-up. I actually haven't played today at all, so you're actually warming up with me. I might play a couple ranked games after this. Honestly, I would say I'm just going for the initial flick and trying to hit the shot. It works sometimes because like I'm a decent player, I like to say. But you know, there's no shame in just going slow, hitting the shot like that. Going slow, hitting the shot. In fact, you will be actually more consistent and probably building like a better base for your aim. See, look at that. So smooth, so slow. As I said, slow is smooth, smooth is perfect. And I missed. All right, cool. That's all 30. And now if you want to go up to medium, go up to hard, I would recommend it if you really want to get better. But as I said, we are just warming up. Sometimes you have to have a quicker warm up, but this is the ideal warm up when you have all the time in the world and you're really just trying to get the most out of what you can do. And even then, this is shorter than some other people's. So we're finally done in this section of the map, and we're gonna come over here and completely ignore this. I never use this. I mean, if you really need to see like how good your spray control is from how far, go for it. I think it's useless. I don't care. I like to come here though, and I just like to, you know, start shooting the bots. I just shoot these freely. I don't think too much about it. This is just where I really like to just, you know, go crazy. Forget about everything. Just shoot some bots. Maybe go for some taps like this. Tap, 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 tap. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 3. You know, something easy. You really don't have to go too crazy here. I do this for a little while. I'm not gonna get too in depth on it because it's nothing special. It's just shooting flying bots. But I do think it's probably one of my favorite parts of the warm-up, to be honest. I really like shooting these bots, and you can just do it so mindlessly. I'm really just yapping bots. Yeah, I do this for a couple minutes, you know, whenever you get bored of it, really whatever. But then after that, that basically wraps up the training grounds part of the warm-up. Sometimes I go over here to like the bot zone, but that's if I don't plan on playing a deathmatch, which we do plan on doing. In case you do want to incorporate this though, I'll just quickly go over it. So once you're here, you're gonna need to make sure that you have your enemies on hard. You're gonna want your infinite ammo off, enemies on hard. This is gonna make it so where it's a little bit more realistic. You have ammo to play with, and they will be trying to take your head off. So you're just gonna jiggle peek the corners, work on your counter strafes. This is gonna make sure you're clearing things properly and get you in that headspace. It is harder than you think. These bots like to shoot back. Like, they will catch you off guard if you underestimate them. You're gonna have to clear every corner, which is good because you should be doing that in ranked anyways. Boom. And just like that, we can move on to the deathmatch. As I said, next part of our routine, we're gonna move over to deathmatch. Now it's pretty simple. You click on the deathmatch thing, you click start. I know, very hard, but that's why we've been training our aim to click that start button as good as possible. Check our shop while we're at it. Ooh, nothing cool. I don't know if I said it already, but I have my webcam on today. If you do enjoy the webcam, let me know. I'll put it on in more videos. I just think it's a little bit easier for the viewer if I'm not here in the corner, but let me know. Okay, and as I said, for the deathmatch, you have to have no audio on. You need no audio on. It's really integral. You can turn off the audio in game, listen to music. You can play music on a speaker and have your headphones off. I'm not gonna listen to music because A, we're recording a YouTube video, and I'm gonna leave my audio on because we're recording a YouTube video, but my headphones are off. I'm not gonna be able to hear it. All right, so we kind of got dick, so I'm gonna have to go about this a little bit differently. Normally, I practice this thing called the Miyagi method. I didn't make it, I just heard of it, and I usually do that throughout my warm-up if I joined early. I want to do for at least a minute, but here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna spend this entire deathmatch just Miyagi methoding, okay? But we're gonna do it with a sheriff because it's gonna make sense in a second. Basically, the Miyagi method, you find someone and you just track them. You're not gonna shoot them. Your goal is not to shoot them. You just want to make sure your tracking's there. You want to line up your shot with them, and this is just warming up your hands, making sure you can shoot your shots and play your movement into it. You don't want to just die right away when you're doing this. Let's see, look at this, he can't hit me, but the entire time I'm tracking him. If I wanted to kill him, I could. And we're gonna do this for about the first 5 minutes of the deathmatch. Normally I only do it for the practice part, and if someone whiffs an entire mag like that, you're allowed to kill them just because like it's embarrassing for them. You know, you have to put them out of their misery. Sometimes you're too good at video games, you know, like this. Oh my god, oh my goodness. See, I'm telling you, the Miyagi method's fun because you don't have to do anything, and it's kind of embarrassing for other people when they miss shots. But you're really just going to use this to work on your tracking. You might die a lot, but that's okay. You know, keep your crosshair on their heads, work on your movement, because if you're lasting long times in these gunfights where you're not even shooting, think about how good that's going to translate into your actual gameplay. All right, next tip, don't pull out your knife in gunfight and deathmatch. I just did it there. Let me choose this. There we go. There. Yeah, this part can get a little bit boring, so just make sure you have some patience. You know, it's really all like a couple steps just to help you get better. I just really want to hammer in that we're really just here to work on our tracking and our movement. We are gonna die. You're not shooting back at people like it's expected, but you know, it's okay. This chamber, he's not gonna kill you. And that's when you're allowed to shoot them, when you know they can't kill you. But the entire time we're keeping our aim on them, which is good, because the thing is, you don't really get a lot of time practicing just aiming at people. I think I've done this for just about long enough, and you know, to keep this short and sweet, I'm gonna start moving on to the rest of the strat. So once you're done with your Miyagi method deathmatch, here's what you're going to do. You're going to start off with the sheriff. We're holding one right now, and we're gonna go for 1-taps, and we need to get 5 1-tap kills with the sheriff. Bodied. Oh my god, where's your mother? Was that 5? We're gonna say that was 5. I actually know it wasn't, but all right, now that we're dead, we're gonna move on to the guardian. So we go from sheriff to guardian, same thing. 5 1-taps. Make sure you're not spamming. You need to hit 1-taps here. It's the entire point of it. You're not learning if you're spraying your gun out and just praying you get a kill. I didn't get 5 there, but we're gonna switch to keep it going. We're gonna go vandal next. Same thing, 5 kills with the vandals. Needs to be 1-taps. Okay, there's no playing around on that rule. It needs to be 1-taps. Yo, give me all your money, bro. This kid's literally my son. All right, I'll move on to the phantom because there's only 2 kills left in the game. So the phantom is saved for last because it's the hardest part, because the tap rule still applies here. Oh yeah, I just got bodied. Yeah, so the hardest part about the phantom is that now you need to hit 2 taps. Like, you're still going for the 1-tap only, but you're not going to insta headshot people. You need to shoot them twice. That's the hardest part. You're going to learn trigger control. You're going to learn trigger discipline, and you're just going to have more. It's more of a challenge, yet still does the same benefits as before. I'm kind of getting bodied right now, but that's okay. You're not meant to win these deathmatch fights. You're meant to win your gunfights, but you're not meant to win the match. Does that make sense? Just a quick recap in case you missed that, because I was yapping while playing. I might have missed some things. So here's what we're gonna do. If you get into the deathmatch at the very start, just Miyagi method for the warm-up period, and you can play 2 death matches, and it'll make up for the total Miyagi. If you get in late, you can either Miyagi for the whole deathmatch, that is an option, or you can do it for the first 5 minutes, which is what I did here. After Miyagiing, you use a sheriff, and you need to get 5 1-taps with the sheriff. Make sure they're headshots, make sure you're not spraying. 5 1-taps, doesn't matter how you do them. After the sheriff, we move on to the guardian. Same thing, 5 1-taps with the guardian. After the guardian, you go to the vandal, 5 1-taps with the vandal. After the vandal, you go to the phantom, 5 1-taps with the phantom. And just to prove my method, we've been warming up for about 20 minutes now. You guys saw me at the start of the warm-up, and we're gonna see how I do now. I have to reverse my hat because I can't sit properly in my chair when I'm wearing my hat backwards. And I'm keeping it on because my hair is kind of bad. I said it was because of the headphones. It's because my hair is bad today. I lied. We're going hatless. It's fucking with my aim. Trust me, it's fucking with me. You have to believe me, Chad. I'm not coping. It's fucking with me. Like, obviously, I'm missing a couple shots. It's gonna happen. It's whatever. But you get the idea. My hands feel warm. I'm ready to play some comp, and I hope you guys are too. If you guys like this video, leave a like, subscribe. 2 videos are about to pop up. One of them's gonna be my most recent video, and one's just gonna be a random video I picked for you. Stay hydrated, wear your seatbelts.